She's mighty, mighty, just letting it all hang out 'cause she's a brick house. She's rocking it 1 pound at a time, rocking it 1 pound at a time, a brick house. Hashtag 1 pound at a time. Hello everyone, it is your girl, Boss Lady Lexi. How is everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wish peace, greetings, and happiness to you all. Oh, y'all, it's been a long time since I've been here since my little rant. And this is what I want to talk about today. Doing that rant and what it was all about. A lot of y'all said a lot of things in them comments. You know, I did make the video private for right now because I was waiting on YouTube to monetize it, which they did monetize it. But I want to do some explaining, and I know I do a lot of explaining, and a lot of people say I don't owe nobody no explanations or anything like that. But this is my platform, and I feel as though I can say and do whatever I want on this platform. Now, if you don't like it, you know, you can go to the left. Now, I do understand that some of you all were trying to give good advice, and maybe I took some of the comments the wrong way. But I want to start off with triggers. I said this, and this is in my diary. So if I want to go off in my diary, then I should be able to go off in my diary, so that when, you know, it comes time for someone to publish it or actually do a documentary on it, you know, all of the information will be there. And y'all, I'm sorry I'm moving around, but it's that kind of day already. And I just want to hurry up and get this done and over with, because it's just like I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. And I know I want so much out of life. You're not going to touch anything. And I know somebody's probably going to say, oh my gosh, she has that baby again. Yup, he's my grandbaby, and I'm okay with it. You're not going to touch anything. You're just going to sit here. You're supposed to have been watching your TV show. I love my grandson dearly. I love my kids dearly. And if you go back into the beginning of my videos, I didn't really know how to love my kids. I knew that I liked them, but I didn't know that I loved them. And as a parent is going to do whatever it is that she can for her children. And if I choose to spend my days, you know, watching my grandson and, you know, then that's what I choose to do. Now, granted, yes, there are days where I want to just, you know, have time to myself where I can vlog and talk to y'all and things like that and not be disturbed. You know, yes, I do think that I deserve that. But with my daughter and being a single mom, I was a single mother. And I didn't have any help, none whatsoever. Not a drop of help. And I said that if I ever have children and have grandchildren, I'm going to be there for them 100%. You know, I was brought up in a very bad environment, and I said my kids wasn't going to grow up like that. Whatever I wanted that I didn't get as a child, and as my kids grew and got older and they wanted things, I wanted to be there to provide for them. I worked very, very hard throughout my whole entire life for my kids. You know, I didn't do it for me. I did everything for my kids. And doing that for my kids, I understand that sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And, you know, my sacrifice is to watch my grandson. I don't want him going to daycare because he can't talk. He has crying spells. And what are they going to do? Just leave him in the crib to cry and, act a fool and disturb the other kids? No. And some people don't have the patience and the tolerance for that. So I'd rather watch him at myself. Now, one thing I do know is for certain, and one is for sure. When I grew up, my nieces and nephews, they didn't go to daycare. My mom watched them. And, and their parents went on off to work and did what they had to do. My mother watched her children. So, I don't think that it is a bad thing to watch my grandchild. Now, the one thing where I do have a problem is I just want you all to know that my kids, yes, they may be a little disrespectful. I'm not going to say that my kids aren't perfect, that my kids are perfect. But one thing I will say, if you live in a glass house, please don't throw no stones. And the Bible, go get your cup. Go get your cup. And the Bible says, he without sin, let him cast the first stone. Well, y'all threw so many stones. You threw so many stones, I didn't know what to do. I was like, then y'all said that I was still saying my daughter is a good mother. She is a good mother. That's the part I don't understand. Just because she works all these jobs, it's not like my daughter is out in the street partying and going to the club and all of that. No, y'all, my daughter is working to provide for her child. Working. Yeah, it takes two to make a baby, but when that other half don't do, that mom has to push. She has to push to her hardest limits. And if she has to spend 18 hours out of the 24-hour day working to provide a roof over her head, then yes. Then somebody said my kids don't pay rent. Why would I charge my kids rent? They pay bills. They pay a bill in the house. So that's their rent right there. I'm just so... I don't want to say my kids all the time take advantage of me, but sometimes they do. And that's not all. That's every child takes advantage of a parent. Even... no matter what it is, they do. And yes, we do have to sit ourselves down and tell ourselves, okay, self, you gotta sit down and you gotta get things done. Look, what is the problem here? You're interrupting. Calm down. I'm just at all right now. And I know I'm not the perfect person. I know my channel is a little different from everybody. And I think a lot of people may have taken out of context what what I was trying to say was about getting out and doing things. Well, it's a lot of things that I sat here and thought about, and I even called around to some places about the mobility thing, but that's not even going to work for me either, because how am I get the walker down the steps? I can barely get down the steps with myself in my pocketbook. So how am I going to get the walker down the steps? Mobility does not come and get your things. You have to be sitting downstairs waiting for mobility, and mobility drops you right off wherever you say you want to go. So if I come back home with 1,000,000 bags, mobility is not going to take my walker up the steps, take my bags up. They got schedules and things that they have to do. They got places they got to go and things that they have to do. So I can't sit there and say that I'm going to do that. It was a good thought that came to my mind for mobility so that I can get out, even if it's just to go to bingo, go listen to some jazz, or go to lunch somewhere and, to a bar and grill and just have a little bit of fun, yeah. But I got triggered on Friday, because whatever day that was, because I really, 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 I was just cleaning my room and I was a little pissed off. I was a little pissed off, but something triggered it. And then when that trigger triggered, then another trigger just came right over top of that trigger. And then another trigger came. So that just made me just explode. And I want y'all to see exactly who I am. I don't want y'all to think, oh, Boss Lady Lexi, she's a good Christian. And she's a good woman. And she this, she that, she ever. Boss Lady Lexi is not perfect. Boss Lady Lexi has her downfalls and her shortcomings. Yes, I do talk to a therapist. I do take medication. They say my medication actually needs to be altered again because I'm going through so much. Y'all just don't know. You don't know when you are just so used to doing something and doing things for yourself. And now you can no longer do those things for yourself. And it just leaves you to the point to where you don't have anything else to do but feel sorry for yourself because you can't do what you want to do. Baby, please. Yes, go get your cup. Go get your cup. I'm not going to stop the video and, restart it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep on going because I don't feel like it. I don't like editing and I'm not going to edit anything. But I just want y'all to know that I'm a human being. And I feel as though I should be treated as such. I treat you all with respect and kindness. I respond to everybody's comments. And, my sign is a Taurus. So if we got any Taurus people in here, put that bull in the comment section, okay? I can only handle but so much. I can't. And then I can handle a whole lot. But when that bull comes out, when that bull comes out, you all, she comes out. Do you hear me? She comes out. And when she comes out, I think I come out worse than a roaring lion. And, that day that I had that tantrum, I could feel every bit of power that was within me just release and come out. Because as you all know, I have a lot of coats that I wear. And they're coming off slowly but surely. They're coming off slowly but surely. But you don't know the mental trauma of what I've been through is hard enough that I got to sit here and still deal with that as a 53-year-old woman, a 53-year-old mother, a 53-year-old grandmother, a 53-year-old friend, and I was prophesied over a few years back, and I believe in my heart of hearts that everything that the prophet, the minister said that I was to do, I have done. But the prophecy hasn't come to pass yet. However, I take every day that I can open up these eyes and say, thank you, Jesus. Glory, hallelujah. Through the pain, no pain. Through the pills, no pills. I am here. And when I am here not just for me, but I am here for my family. Every day on this earth is a new day for us to get it right and make it right. And if it didn't get done right today, then you always have tomorrow. Even though tomorrow is not guaranteed, or that second is not guaranteed, the one thing you cannot do is go back to tomorrow. Because you only get one tomorrow. You only get one. You only get one. So you people need to be mindful of the things that you say out of your mouth, because you don't know the mental capacity of somebody. How would you feel if I committed suicide over the things that you all said in those comments? How would you feel? Would you wake up the next day and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's gone. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this or I did that. Was it something I said, or was it something that I did? When I put that video out there, I did not put that video out there for constructive criticism. That video was put out there because I was letting out some steam. And when I went in my closet to put that baby formula in there that I buy every month out of my money, I put it in that closet. You know, I take care of this baby like this baby is my own, but he's not. He's my grandchild. And I know one thing is for certain and two is for sure. My daughter is a good mother because she's out here working her butt off. Alexis is a good little girl when she want to be. You know, she go to school. She's making good grades. She's got accepted into some colleges. You know, I guess those are what bad kids do because, see, but she ain't out here robbing nobody. Yeah, she had her one time when she stole something out the store, but she learned from that. You know, she learned from that and she grew from that and she matured from that. Yeah, you still get the bare minimum out of her, but guess what? When it comes to them books, she all about them books and she all about her coins. Another thing, my kids don't like to see me cry because they know I have cried a lot. I've cried a lot of tears. A lot of tears. And I do not want to have to keep crying. You know, and if my daughter, like yesterday, somebody was supposed to watch her son for her, but they backed out right before she was about to walk out the door. He was dressed and everything. I had my day already planned of what I wanted to do, which was sleep, record and eat. Sleep, record, and eat. That's what I wanted to do. Because, y'all, I'm about to get on this thing about them prednisone pills in one moment. That's what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to have a day just to myself to woosah and whatever. But, you know, that didn't happen. So, you know what? I told her, you know, you don't miss out on an opportunity for something that you're so passionate about because somebody said that they're not going to watch your child. I said, you know, I'm not going to say no, especially when it comes down to a job. My daughter, she barely goes out, and that's no lie. If she want to go out, she'll ask, can you watch the baby while I go out on such and such a date? She'll already pre-plan it, you know, and I'll tell her yay or nay. You know, but if I'm watching him, it's because she is going to work. Daycare here in Northern Virginia for his age is almost $200 and something a week. So if you multiply that times 4, let's just say we're kicking out $800 a month, if not more. And that could even up to $1,000 a month that she would be paying out of her pocket. And that's not even talking about the bills that she have, you know, that she has to pay, you know, and all of that stuff. So don't come for a parent. I could see if this child was filthy dirty. This child is always crying out in the street. But that's not the case here. That's not the case at all. At all. When she come in here at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock in the morning, exhausted, the first thing she do is she come in here and gets her baby. She changes his pamper, gives him some kisses, gets him another bottle if he needs it. Well, I still call them bottles, but his little cup. And, you know, they go on off into their room. The next morning, she makes sure her son is fed and everything before she leaves. And, you know, sometimes she may forget to bring the things that I need, and I have to sit here and struggle and go get them. You know, but that's just the price that I'm paying. You know, but like I said in the first video, these are memories that I'm going to always have. There's memories that I am going to take to the grave with me. Now that I'm off on that, this is going to be a kind of long video, so just bear with me, y'all. I want to talk about the prednisone. Y'all, I'm now on I just took day 3 of the 2 times that you have to take the day 3. I mean, you know, like, one day you take 6, the next day you take 6. The next day you take 5, the next day. 4 the next day, 4 the next day, 3 the next day, so I'm on that third 3 day. Y'all, that stuff is no joke. It is no joke. I still have pain in my leg, but I am able to walk. I still have pain in my back, but I am able to walk. I may not be able to walk like I want to, but I am walking. But y'all, the devastations of having to take that pill and you having to eat all of the food that you have to eat, because that's what that pill does. It messes with your mind that you have to eat, and when you don't eat, you just go crazy. So I'm thinking that could have also been a trigger, you know, for me that happened. So, you know, I'm not going to apologize really for my actions, because I don't think I did anything wrong. What I did was let my frustrations out, and I wanted y'all to really see who I am. You know, it's a struggle. Obesity is a struggle within itself. Back pain is a struggle. Arm pain is a struggle. Have you ever gone through days where you couldn't even sign your signature? Well, that has happened to me. I could not sign my own signature. I couldn't even hold the pen. Pencil, crayon, whatever the case may have been. I could barely drive my car because the nerves in my hands were so bad. And you know, I don't know what death feels like. I don't know, but I could really thought that that's what death is. I thought death is just a way of when you're just in so much pain, that's when that death angel comes and he just snatches you on up out of here. But I've got a word from the Lord saying that you shall not die. I have not forgotten you. So, you know, I just know that things that I pray on are going to come to pass. And I want to tell y'all again about another thing. Boy, a lot of y'all just really killed my dream. I mean, really put me in. Y'all really made me start thinking that, you know, that maybe I'm just in a fantasy world, and, you know, your dreams and aspirations and goals and the things that you want are not ever going to happen. That's what a lot of you all like kind of tell me sometimes in the comments, in your words. But I want to let you all know today that my God, he is risen. He rose up on the third day, and he can do anything. Anything. It's all in his timing, in his planning. You know, God has to prepare you. You know, God prepares a plate before you in front of your enemies, okay? And while he is preparing that plate, I had to get rid of a lot of things. A lot of people that was going to be taken and grabbing and coming this way and coming that way. I had to let those people go. And I had to keep them at the bottom of my feet. I am now learning how to say no, because if you're not depositing into my life, there is no need for you to come and take anything out. There will be no more withdrawals from Boss Lady Lexi. No more. No more withdrawals. Only thing I'm taking from people are deposits. Deposits of peace, love, joy, long-suffering, meekness, kindness, gentleness. Those are the things that I want in my life. I want to continue to be a positive person here on this earth and on this platform. Being on this weight loss journey, it's the hardest thing that you could ever do. And the hardest thing for me to say is, yeah, I did have gastric bypass surgery. I lost 175 pounds. I've gained 100 of those 175 pounds back. Do you know how hard it is to get those 100 pounds back off and down? And it's really even harder for me to even get it off, because I'm not that mobile. I am not that mobile. You know, I even tried with the thing like this. I'm still going to get another one. I'm just waiting for that credit to hit my card so that I can I've got to find what is going to work for me, what is going to work for my body, because not now one of y'all have ever said, Boss Lady Lexi, let me walk in your shoes for one day. In 10, 15 minutes, I just want to just sit and walk in your shoes. I want to get and sit down and talk to you. Maybe through Instagram, whatever. I want to talk to you because I want to really, really see how your day goes. I'll be wanting to vlog a day where I just get up in the morning and go throughout my day. But you know what the hardest thing is? I got to hold on to the walls, and I got to hold on to this. I don't think that there's no special equipment that I could attach to myself so that I can show y'all how I get along, you know, throughout the day. Yes, I need my kids. to be here with me for the things that I cannot do. I can't lift the bags. I barely can carry my pocketbook. It's going to come to a point where I won't even be able to lift the baby. But I have to right now take all of the lifting that I can get with him. All of the loves, the hugs, the kisses, the cuddles. I got to hold on to them now. Because I don't know, tomorrow, hey, I might not be able to lift him. This next second, I might not be able to lift him. Because he's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Because he is growing and growing and growing. So I want you all to take the time to just listen to this video. Listen, don't judge it. Listen. Listen to it. And when you listen to it, you'll be able to understand all that Boss Lady Lexi goes through. And, oh, I see why she just went off like that. You know, again, it started with, I know I set my headphones, my Apple headphones up here on the side of the table. And when I sat them on the side of the table, I don't know how they fell on the floor, but they fell on the floor. I guess the earplug people did it. And it got caught up in the vacuum cleaner. So that was number one. And I take my things very seriously. Very, very, very seriously. I really do. And I know that may sound crazy to y'all, but when you've never had things, you know, you take them very, very, very serious. And that's just how I am. I like to take things, my things, seriously. Serious. Because I don't know if I'm ever going to get an opportunity to get it again. You know, and when I get tired of something, I love to give things away. I really do. I love to just bless people and give things away. But I think that I can't do that no more. You know, I don't know. I'm just, you know, going through some kind of warfare with that now. You know, oh, and another thing that triggered me off that day was, it was just like that whole week. Trust me, y'all, I'm telling y'all, you all, if you've been following me, see, a lot of you all are new coming onto the scenes following me. But there was a point I had a car. And I could go wherever I want. I would vlog in my car. Me and Alexis would be gone. You know, we would be doing stuff. We even would vlog in the car as a family, you know, going here and going there, you know. But that something happened, you know, and it wasn't my daughter's fault that she got hit by that car. Somebody hit her and totaled the car. And as you all know, when I first got the car, somebody hit me. So that was accident number one for me. Accident number two was I was driving down the street and I got hit again in the back by a funeral truck director. And that's what threw my whole body completely off whack. I mean, completely off whack. Okay, they were able to fix that. Thank the Lord that they were able to fix that. Then my car got hit once again. And they fixed it again. So this was the fourth go round for me with this car, with somebody hitting it. And the girl hit the car the same way that the first lady hit the car. So now I don't have a car. And I had every intentions on trading that car in and getting a truck. Now, a lot of people may ask, Boss Lady Lexi, why do you want to get a truck? Well, the reason that Boss Lady Lexi wants to get a truck is because I really need it, because I need to sit up high. That's number one. I need to learn to correct my posture before I be bent all the way over with osteoporosis. That's number one. Number two, it's more comfortable for me to sit in a truck. You know, because like, again, I'm sitting up. I have more leg room, even though I am short. Yes, y'all, I am short. I'm only 5'4". I just need to stretch these fat legs. You know, they got to get out. I can't keep my knees in a certain position too long. You know, so, and it's comfortable for me. I've always driven a truck. It's just I didn't, when I got this car, it was just what I wanted. You know, I really, really wanted this car. You know, and I went all the way to Rhode Island, y'all, on the Amtrak train by myself and got that car. And being disabled now, went and got that car, and Had myself a good time on the train. I drove myself back. I had a good time. And you know, a lot of people was like, I don't believe that you let your kids drive your car, let your daughter drive your car, you know, and it's a brand new car and your daughter's young. I said, well, see, one thing I can tell you is my daughter is very responsible. She is very, very responsible. And she would not put my car in harm's way. Now, she did put it in harm's way one time. And that was her fault. Again, why I didn't get my car paid off was because she didn't get something fixed in a timely manner and in the proper way. You know, she went under the table and got it done, and under the table got her in trouble because they did not fix the car at all. It made the situation worse. So, with that being said, that's why I owe money on my car. I owe $5,000 on my car because she didn't I'm looking down here at him, y'all, in the diaper bag. Because she didn't fix that part of the door. So they took that off as far as my car not being in perfect condition. Now, had that door been fixed, my car would have been paid off through the insurance or through the gap that I had. Now, I still don't understand to this day, even if she did hit my car, why didn't the insurance company pay the car off? Because that girl was the one that hit my car. Regardless whether that door got messed up or not, you know, that was not causing the door to not drive, and it wasn't causing the door to not open. Was I mad about it? Yes, I was very pissed off about it because, you know what, that was my prized possession, which was my car. Because my car, I always tell them, my car gets me from point A to point B. And it's the same way with the car that she has now outside. I could go out there any day I want to go out and drive it. But you know why I'm not going to go out there and drive it? Because the deductible is $1,000. $1,000. And see, the thing that happens in society and in the world that we're living in, when a car hit another car or an automobile hit another automobile, it's called an accident. It's called a mistake, because that's what an accident is, something that wasn't meant to happen. But the insurance companies, they look at it was on purpose. You know, I'm going to purposely go out and hit a car today, you know, and that way I ain't got to worry about this, that, and the other, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, no. So I'm not going to put myself in that position to have to pay $1,000 for that car copay. And she always tell me, you can take the car and... No, indeed. No, sorry, Bob. You will not catch me. Nope. I've driven it maybe once or twice. Once from Baltimore here because my walker was in my walk. No, somehow it happened with the baby birthday party. But somehow she needed the truck, and I had to take her car because I think the walker was in the car or something. No, I didn't have the walker. It was in the truck, but I had all of the food from the party that needed to go into the refrigerator. That's what it was. And she had something to do. So, you know, me and the girls, we managed. And I didn't have my walker. And I told the people that I didn't have my walker. She would come and move the car, you know, when she got there. So, you know, that worked out fine. But I drove the car home that next day. Because they were able to get the walker out or something. I don't remember how it all went down. But however it is, I drove the car home, praying in the rain and everything, anxiety and all. And when I got home, I put that car right where it was supposed to go at, and I never moved it again. The next time I had to move the car was because she double parked. She does that a lot. I don't know why. But she double parked and I had to move the car, so I moved the car. But other than that, I do not drive that car. I don't even like getting in it because it's so low to the floor. I'm never comfortable in it, and she knows that I'm not comfortable. And it's not that I'm fat. and uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable because of my body pain. That's why I am uncomfortable. But anything other than that, no. And you know, I need to hurry up because Alexis has to get her driver's license. One moment, please. Alexis needs to get her driver's license because she's going to buy her a car soon. And, you know, she's going to be going off to school. And she needs to learn how to drive because I was teaching her on my car. If y'all go way, way back in the day, those are some funny videos, y'all. I even was teaching her on a rental car, a rental truck. But see, again, children don't listen. They don't listen at all. And she wasn't listening. You know, so I just think I'm going to have to wind up paying for her to go to a driving school. And the next thing I want to talk about is my daughter, when she did get her settlement, which she could have gotten more if she listened and went to the hospital like I told her to, but she didn't. She would have gotten more money, and I would have gotten more money from her. She did give me $2,000, which I had put away, but when we went through that situation that we went through, we wound up having to spend a whole lot more money than what we were intended on spending. So my kids help me out a lot. They have my back just as well as I have their back. And I just want y'all to know I love my kids, and I'm sure you all love your kids too. And you wouldn't want anybody to come for your kids and, you know, talk really, really bad about your kids, about this, that, and the other, because that's just a touchy thing, you know, where you talk about somebody else's child. You know, that really, really hit home. But I really didn't. I'm over it. I'm really over it because, like, again, I said, I know I throw tantrums, and I told y'all that from the jump street. I grew up throwing tantrums, and I grew up in a part where I just got so fed up. I didn't know how to let anything out. I just held on to so much stuff. And as I was holding it all in, you know, it comes a point where you're going to have to let it out. You know, you're going to have to let it go. And I be trying to let things go and not hold on to them. But, you know, everything happens is in time. As they say, time heals all wounds. Time. So you just have to give it, some time is longer than another time. You know, and I know that I can ask my daughter to do something, and I may get mad because it's not happening in the timing that I want it to happen, even though I feel as though it should happen. You know, like these nails. These nails, I wound up cutting them yesterday and taking them off because I'm like, maybe I'll just give my nails an opportunity to just breathe a little bit, because I can see like a lot of cracking and stuff, and my nails were really long under here, but they probably weren't healthy long. So I'm just going to just deal with, you know, what it is. So I know it's not pretty. I know it's not professional when you're out here trying to market yourself and build your brand of yourself, but, you know, life happens, you know. Life happens, and we have to just go on with life each and every day, and we just have to thank God for the day that He have given us, because just because you may not have a channel and you may not go public with, you know, what has happened to you, but irregardless, you probably get on the phone and you gossip to your girlfriends about what your kids didn't do and this, that, and the other. And, you know, so if that if that be the case, then your case ain't no different than mine, except it's not on the internet. But it can also go from he say to she say. And girl, do you know I talked to Lulu May, and Lulu May told me about Coco Melon, and Coco Melon told me about the three little pigs, and girl, the three little pigs told Coco Melon and told Lily. You know, it just keeps going on and on and on. And then you and that person ain't talking no more because she ran away, ran your business, you know, out in the street, and you know, this, that, and the other. So you have to remember to not come for people's kids. And I remember perfectly that I came for somebody's kid in a comment before, and I don't think it was the parent who was addressing me. I think it was the child who was addressing me. And from that day, I said, you know what, why am I sitting here arguing with a child? Why? Why? You know, it's two things you can do. You can sit there and deal with the foolishness on the channel, or you can walk away. And, you know, that's what I did. I just walked away from it. You know, and I try not to say anything negative or anything about anybody's channel. Oh, he hit that door, honey. He's gone on out the door. I try not to say anything negative anymore about anybody's channel, because if I don't like it, I don't like it, and I just don't watch it anymore. Or I'll watch it in how I feel like watching it. You know, that's just me. Or like I said, I'll eliminate that channel completely, you know, for me watching it until I feel like, you know, it's okay. Or just because Backdrop don't like Ring Light, that does not give me the right to say I'm not going to watch Ring Light's channel no more because Backlight don't watch it. But me and Backlight are friends. Yeah, you can still be friends, and you can always agree to disagree. You know, and I believe that's why one good person that was on my channel faithfully, we had a disagreement over something, and I guess the person got in their feelings because, and I just said, you know what, we can agree to disagree, you know, because everybody has an opinion, you know, but not everybody's opinion is a good opinion. So we have to really watch. That's why I try to think of, you know, like when in the Bible, like when pastors be reading the word of God, and they, before they go to the word, they always used to say, and they don't even say this anymore, I grew up with it, and I might quote it wrong because I haven't said it in a long time, but they would say, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. That has left the church. I haven't heard that in years. And I try now to, when I do whatever I do on my channel, I try to use that, because I just don't know where it's going to go or how it's going to go or however it is. I know a lot of people like my channel because it is a weight loss channel and they support that part, but they may not support the beauty part. And I'm fine with that, because weight loss is weight loss, and we all need encouragement, and we all need a support system, because it is so much temptation out here, you know. And I just want to let all of you all know that it's here on the channel, that I love y'all so much. I don't want you all going to the left, but what I want you to do is go to the right and hit that subscribe button. I also want y'all to share the video, you know, because this is my life. This is my channel. It's not a family channel. It's my channel. It's Boss Lady Lexi. And when I was singing in that video in the beginning, it hurted me so bad that I couldn't even get it together, you know, to even say it. And when I listened to the video, I was like, oh my gosh, you sounded a hot mess, you know. And I just feel like we all can do better. We all can do a whole lot that we all just can do better, you know. And I love each and every one of you all equally, you know, because a lot of you gave some good positive feedback. A lot of you give no feedback. A lot of you give thumbs up. A lot of you give thumbs down. And I remember with my thumbs down, I used to get depressed and upset about it. But now I got to the point to where I know that everything is not for everybody. You know, and you never know what's going on in a person's home. You never know what's going on with that smile. Because I could be smiling right now. But yet I have so much headache and anger and disappointment, you know, in my life. So you never know what is going on with the person, you know, and I'm just saying sometimes you just got to let it out and you've got to let it go, you know. And when it comes down to your children, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what. You're going to do what's best for your children, and you're going to do what's best for you. So I love you all equally, and I just pray God's blessings upon you all. And again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the bell to be notified, and most importantly, share the video, because these videos are going to be in my diary, you know. And in closing, I didn't even know Keisha Anderson was making a documentary of her life. And y'all, I was like looking it through my phone after looking at it, and I was like, this is basically what you're doing, girl, except you're just talking it out. But you need a videographer. Y'all had to try to get that word out. Videographer to, you know, help in those ways. Because again, I told you, I'm not the editing master. I'm not rich. I'm just as broke as the next person. But I know my blessing is on the way. I know it is coming, and I just thank God for it. Because even though I was watching a video, and in that video, I could just really feel the presence of God saying, I have not forgotten you. I've not forgotten you. And the person just kept saying it, and they just kept saying it. So, you know, I'm learning now to take the positive spiritual things and hold those close to my heart, you know, and close to my mind, because that's all I have. You know, and I'm sorry if y'all hear what's going on outside. I do apologize for that, because I have the window open, because I like it cold in my room for some reason. Even though I'm anemic and all of that kind of stuff, I still just like it cold. But that's how it is. And I just want everybody to just be at peace, and go in peace, and walk in peace, and walk in love, and walk in joy. You know, don't let your bad day reflect somebody else's by you putting ill will on them, because that's not nice. And that's just how I really felt. Like a lot of ill will came to me, and I just was like, you know, I didn't block anybody. I answered everybody that I believe I did. But I was like, I got mad and angry again because a man lost his life over a chicken sandwich. See, y'all didn't even listen to the whole video, because somebody lost their life over a chicken sandwich. A Popeye's chicken sandwich. That was also a trigger for me, because it's just food, you know, and it's probably something you could have went home and made yourself. And I just don't know what's in this sandwich that is causing people to lose their minds. I really don't know. I just do not know what it is. Did they put some kind of magical potion, some kind of crack, some kind of hate seasoning? You know, I don't know. Is there any such thing as a seasoning that, you know, would trigger a person's mind to make them do bad things? Because I can't even imagine how somebody would even live with themselves, knowing that you killed somebody. You took somebody's child away from here. You took a father, a brother, a sister, a uncle, a cousin, a godfather, a role model, a mentor. You took somebody's life out here over a freaking sandwich. It gotta get better, y'all. The fights that I'm seeing on videos and on TVs of employees turning on each other, and, you know, customers, guests going up to get their sandwiches, and the sandwiches isn't made right, and y'all are acting a plum Nelly fool, and, you know, this, that, and the other. You've got to do better. You've got to do better, people. Come on, it's not that serious. It is not. And y'all missed another segment in there. There was a YouTuber. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. This man just couldn't find something. He couldn't find it, y'all. He searched all over, and he just couldn't find it. He was here, there, and everywhere, and he just could not find it. And since he couldn't find it, he did what the best thing that he knew what was to do. And that was to lay his life down and die. Because he couldn't find love. He couldn't find peace. He couldn't find acceptance. He couldn't find any of those things. He couldn't find anybody that was going to love him and embrace him and give him exactly what he needed. He didn't, I don't even know if this man wanted materialistic things. The only thing I could see that this man was crying out for was love and acceptance. And he didn't get that. So he decided to end his life over not finding love. And I can tell you all, as a mother, as a person who's been rejected from birth, not loved, who was beaten, who was ridiculed, ripped to shreds, not loved, abused, taken advantage of, walked all over, hit upon, kicked upon, threatened to get my behind beat, name calling. I'm still here. I am still here. Still fighting. Because I know that the God that I serve loves me more than anybody else on this earth. Because I'm still here. He still has me wrapped in his arms because I am still here. So be mindful of the people that you say or you call your friend. Also remember something that is the same color, that are two different things: sugar and salt. Have a good day, my little bosses.